Welcome back to the Girl Cave. I'm going to be making another sketch using the 6x6 paper pad 2-page sketches by Allison Davis. And this time I'm going to be doing sketch number 7. It's a really nice sketch to use 4x6 pictures. If you have 4x6 pictures and are not really into cutting them, this is perfect, especially if you have older pictures that you've already printed. I have a video that I will link below that shows how I go through pictures really quickly and I start getting kits ready in a quick fashion. And this was one of them. I only had the pictures and the paper. And then today, because I knew I was going to work on it, I went back and I looked at my supplies and I picked out anything that had to do with construction. I have this washi. I have this sticker pack by Casey and Company. I have some older Susie Sue's. I'm not really sure I'm going to use it, but I thought, you know, since he's on a little tree house, I thought maybe I could use it. I have these, and I have this left over from some Frances Myers stickers as well. And I'm really, really sad that none of them have a date because I'm trying to keep track of my older products. My pictures. I had already pulled this one out when I pulled the papers. Look, I even have an old-fashioned die cut. I have 2 of these, and I think I'm gonna cut it apart. I really like this detail right here. And as far as border stickers, I have my washi tape, or I could use these as well. I haven't decided yet. For my title, I have this older sticker sheet. I have these stickers that look like wood. And in case none of those 2 work out, I have a piece of adhesive cork sheet and I can cut out my own stickers using this. I also pulled out my crimper. Let's go old school. And because I am wallpapering my sheet, I didn't want to waste white cardstock. I'm using some not so pretty paper, but it's very good quality and you won't be able to see any of it because it's going to be wallpapered anyway. So saving just a little bit right there. This is what it looks like when it is wallpapered. You can barely see that seam there, and once I have the pictures, it will be less than visible. And I just love that little detail. There's quite a bit of stitching for this layout, so I'm going to turn off the camera and I'll come back and show you my progress. Rather than stitching through 2 sheets of cardstock, I'm going to use really thin paper to place these here and stitch through those 2 layers, and then I'll just glue it onto this. Because I've done some stitching through cardstock, and 2 layers of cardstock, not easy to stitch through. Now I'm going to stitch around it 1/4 of an inch. So what I'm doing is on the back side, I'm going to mark myself 1/4 of an inch guideline, and I'm using this little ruler, which is at 1/4. This is for quilters, but you can use it for scrapbooking too. And that way my stitch lines will be straight for once. Mark the lines. And do that all around the paper. And I'm gonna work from the back side to make it just a little bit easier for me to follow the straight lines. I got my stitching done. It took about an hour, but I was quite entertained. I was watching Janet from RTS Scrapbooking over on Patreon, and this is what it looks like on the back. I cover the ends with some washi, and look, I have an empty. So I'm winning. And now all I have to do is attach it to my 12x12, and then I can start placing my pictures. I'm going to take advantage that I have lined paper, and I'm going to do my journaling here because I have quite a bit of journaling about this story, how one thing leads to another, and how this man loves to spend hours in front of the aisle of just screws. It's like, how much do you have to look at them? Can you see my face there? I was so bored waiting for him to pick the right screws. Okay, so this part is super easy. Allison Davis sketches are just really easy to recreate. She gives you all the measurements. She tells you the measurement of where you're going to place your pictures. This part takes no time whatsoever. The only thing that took a little bit of time was stitching, and she's known for stitching. No, obviously you don't have to do the stitching if you don't want to. Like if I had pretty paper, I probably would skip the stitching, but this paper is, you know, it's all right. Wanted to add a little bit of stitching and to bring in that red color. The first thing I did was I made my own tag, and I used one of my eyelets. I have a video of 5 different ways that you can use eyelets in your sketches, more than just using it as an eyelet. I will link that video below. Watch it. It's just a 5-minute video, and it gives you some ideas on how to bash this stash. I've already kind of played with my title because I know I wanted it to be loose screw, but I was trying to see if I could use these letters and the placement. So I think that will work right there. So I'm going to put this tag right here so that I can get my cluster centered right there. Whoops. I lost a screw. What are the odds? What are the odds? And I like these alphas because they look like little pieces of tape that have been torn up, like masking tape. I have a teacher friend, and her first year at our school as a teacher, not as an associate teacher. She was my associate teacher one year. And then the next year she got her own classroom. And she had this little owl, just cute little owl that she was using to decorate her room. Well, I went in there and I kidnapped it. I kidnapped her owl and sent her really, really mean pictures. They weren't mean. I mean, it was a joke. Saying that if she didn't pay the ransom, like the owl would not make it. I think these letters would be perfect to write like a ransom note title. I'm gonna use more adhesive on these. I might go back later and add, instead of enamel dots, I might use some more of those eyelets. This is a super old die. Super old. Put it like that. And then I'm gonna use gears. That goes great with manly pages. One side has a little bit more color than the other. So I like the more colored one. I want to layer these, but this one has a lot more, this one has dimension as well, and I don't want, it'll be weird. So I'm gonna take this one apart. There's 2 layers, and that way only one will have dimension, because if I put foam tape on foam tape, that's gonna be awkward. Just at an angle. And then I'll put this one that has the foam tape layered on top of it. Let me put this to the side. And then here, let's see, what do I want to do there? I have more of those tools and more wood veneer, but I took a piece of red, the same red that I used for the matting and the tag, and I crimped it and I made it just a little smaller than this 3x4 space, and that way I can anchor my elements there. And then I'll play with these. Isn't that cute? My son's girlfriend went with me to Joann's and she saw it and she picked it up. And she goes, isn't this cute? And I said, oh my God, I'm going to be doing a page about our trip to Home Depot. So yes, that is cute. That is cute. And let's see, a little bit more adhesive on this. It is cute, Miss Adela. I want to layer these too, so I'm going to put adhesive on this. Isn't it adorable? It says to do. This is from a planner. Stickers for a planner. And I'll put it there. Let me close my door because my husband is taking a meeting. Everybody's working from home except me. I always work at home, but I'm not working from home. People are taking meetings constantly, and I find it, I can't find a good time to A, record my videos, B, upload my videos, because everybody needs the internet. And apparently I slow down their, whatever it's called. I like that, isn't it cute? And then I'll just throw a few eyelets. And with eyelets, I find it easy to first like mark where I want them, punch the hole, and then set the eyelet. All right, and I can do like 3. I can do 1, 2, and I just make a little mark as to where I want it. I'll put that one there. And then use my crocodile. It's just a little easier to use. Make my holes. And let's put these babies in. If you don't have a crocodile, you know that you could use a little hammer, but I don't think that would be very well appreciated in this house with people taking phone calls. They'd be like, what are you doing, lady? Give it a little squeeze. And there. Isn't that cute? That is totally adorable. Next side. Okay. I'm gonna do 3. I'll probably do them here. I'm just gonna do them here. All 3 right there. Okay. Let me mark it. 1, 2, 3. I might as well mark these over here. I'm going to do 1 here and then 2 there. And then don't forget, like if you're using brads or eyelets, on the back side, go ahead and put some washi tape to cover those edges so they don't get caught in your sheet protector or with another sheet when you put them in your album. It makes it a little easier and it protects your other layouts. It's just a little tip I got from the lovely Janet Madison. I just love her. She's a great teacher. She really is. I love that she has really long videos. So when I'm doing a work session, I'll sit down and listen to her. She keeps me company while I scrapbook. These two I didn't squeeze hard enough. Gotta make sure that I squeeze them. Squeeze. Okay, got those 3. And then I need 3 over here. And voila! Sketch number 7 is in the books. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It's just an 8 by 12. You have your 12 by 12. You can do, instead of a 4 by 3 here, you could do 3 4 by 6s and then do your cluster up here. I have 5 pictures down, but still it doesn't look crowded. And I have plenty of space for journaling here. Plenty of space. This sketchbook has 22-page sketches using 6x6 papers. This is by Allison Davis and you can get it at scrapbookgenerations.com. I'll have a link for it below. It is worth the money. Really worth the money. Truly, you're getting more than 20 sketches because you can use just one side. You can rotate them. Lots of ways to stretch out this booklet, and the price is right. Not only that, but if you look in the description box below this video, you will see that Allison Davis shared a discount code with me to share with you. If you'd like to see more of these sketch ideas, come back again next week because I'm only on week 7 and there's 20. Bye.